All right, all right, all right. What's up? What's good? What's going on? Welcome to the War Zone once again. Here we are with UFC Fight Night. Las Vegas 55. Holm versus Ketlen. Vieira. So, people, you know the deal. What we're going to do is, man, we're going to do some predictions and brief breakdowns. And we're going to start from the early prelims and work our way all the way up to the main card. So, with that being said, let's get right into it. All right, first up in the women's strawweight division, we have Elise Reed against Sam Hughes. This is a really, really tough fight, man, to really call. I think this fight is a 50-50 fight. I think this fight can go either way. However, both of these women are making very quick turnarounds. I think it's been 8 weeks between the two. I think it's been a month for Elise Reed since she's been in the ring. She has decent grappling. I think this girl's very scrappy. She's going to come to fight. This is going to be an all-out war, I believe, between these two. The thing about Sam Hughes, man, her head movement, she has poor head movement. She takes a lot of shots. I did like her win against Nunez. But I think she's going to have to really grapple in this fight like she did against Nunez. And she's got a pretty good chance of winning this fight. Looking at this, man, I tell you what, man, this fight right here can go either way. I wouldn't be upset with you if you took either one of these fighters, but I'm going to give the edge to Sam Hughes, man. If she comes out and she grapples this fight, I think she can get it done. So I'm going to go with Sam Hughes to win this fight 29-28. All right, next up, in the men's featherweight division, we have Chase Hooper against Felipe Colares. I'm going to go with Felipe Colares, man. Chase Hooper, man, this guy, he's a very dangerous guy on the ground if you don't have decent BJJ yourself. And in this case, Felipe Colares does. He's got good BJJ, and Chase Hooper, this guy takes a lot of shots on the feet. He's a suspect grappler. He was exposed by Peterson in his last fight. He just has he's a blah type of fighter, man. There's no excitement to Chase Hooper. He just looks to grab a hold of you and try to submit you. I just think Felipe Colares is he's got the cardio. He's a tougher fighter. He's a dog and he has power. And I think he's gonna catch Chase Hooper and hurt Chase Hooper, man. And he's going to be able to defend whatever Chase Hooper tries to bring at him during this fight. So I got Felipe Colares, man, to win this fight, man. And we may even say a 10-8 round in there. So I'm going to go Felipe Colares 30-26 by unanimous decision. Next up, men's bantamweight division. We have Jonathan Martinez against Vince Morales. I'm going to give the edge to Jonathan Martinez in this, man. Very technical fighter. Underrated BJJ. Muay Thai style fighter. Slightly better grappling. He has power. He's just a better all-around fighter, I believe. And Vince Morales, he loves boxing. You know, he's an okay boxer. He throws a lot of volume. He does have power, but he slows down due to the pressure that he puts on during the fight early on. So I think that's going to be the difference. I think Jonathan Martinez wins the first. Vince Morales pulls out the second round, and then Jonathan Morales comes on in the third as Vince Morales starts to slow down. So I got Jonathan Morales winning this in a close split decision, 29-28. Moving on up, we've got in the men's lightweight division, we've got Omar Morales against Uros Medic. I'm going to go with Omar Morales in this one, man. Omar Morales is a kickboxer. He's got great takedown defense. He's a pressure fighter. He has great cage control, distance control. Uros Medic, suspect chin. You know, this guy has power. He's a striker. I think, you know, Uros Medic is one of those guys that if he doesn't get you out of there in the first round, man, it's going to be an uphill battle for him. No ground game at all. He slows down as the fight goes on. So I believe that Omar Morales will survive and get out of the first round, and it's going to be all downhill for Uros Medic from that point on. So I got Omar Morales winning this one, 29-28. Next up, the men's heavyweight division, we have Parker Porter against Jailton Almeida. I'm going to have to go with Jailton Almeida. Now, don't get me wrong, man. Parker Porter is, Jailton Almeida is a minus 700 favorite in this fight. Let me tell you something, man. I think that's a little too excessive. Parker Porter has a real shot at winning this fight. True heavyweight. Jailton Almeida is basically moving up in heavyweight to the heavyweight division for this fight. Jailton Almeida is a grappling machine, and I am pretty sure that he will try to take this fight to the ground. He's dealing with a heavier guy. I don't know how well that's going to bear on his cardio, but he has a 71% takedown average. Like I said, he's all about power and pressure. But once again, I don't know how that moving up is going to affect him. Parker Porter, man, this guy is on a 3-fight win streak. This guy set the UFC record for the significant strike record. This guy lands 7 significant strikes per minute. He has power. He has a big, wide base. And if Almeida has problems taking him down and happens to slow down in this fight, man, I think he's going to be in trouble. So, but at the same time, I think Almeida does get an opportunity to take this fight to the ground, and I just think I think he'll be in enough shape, man, to stay alive and pull out a decision victory in this fight. So I got Jailton Almeida by decision, 29-28. Next up, in the men's middleweight division, we've got Joseph Holmes against Alen Amedovski. I'm going to have to go with Joseph Holmes. The reason why I'm going to go with Joseph Holmes, man, Joseph Holmes is bigger fighter, 6'4", 80-inch reach. This guy can grapple. He has decent BJJ. He's been more active. Alen Amedovski is a suspect striker. He doesn't throw a lot of volume. Um, he lost his first two UFC fights, and this guy's been off for on a layoff of 3 years. So, hopefully he's improved in that time. But I mean, coming in fighting a fighter like Jonathan Holmes, man, who's been more active, bigger, taller, rangier fighter, I'm gonna have to give the edge to Jonathan Holmes. I think he gets it done in this one, and I think he gets it done unanimously. So I'm gonna go with Jonathan Holmes to pull this one out, 30-27. Moving on up. Next up in the men's middleweight division, we have Eryk Anders against Yong Park. This is a close, tough fight, people. I'm going to give the edge to Eryk Anders. He's a wrestler. This guy has power. Great ground control. Great striker. Very tough. Yong Park. He's a minus 220 favorite in this fight. I think Eryk Anders is a live dog. Yong Park, this guy, he has a decent jab. He can take you down. He doesn't utilize his grappling very often. He's just average fighter. And I don't see him being a real threat to Eryk Anders. Like I said, Park has decent cardio. This guy knows how to pace himself. Anders, I think, is just going to be able to do enough. I think he wins the first 2 rounds, and he probably just plays it safe in the 3rd round. So I got Eryk Anders, man, by split decision, 29-28. Next up, in the women's strawweight division, we have Polyana Viana against Tabatha Ricci. I'm going to have to go with Tabatha Ricci in this one. And they have Paula Viana as the minus 110 favorite. I'm going to go with the live dog here in Tabatha Ricci. Polyana, solid grappling, suspect striker, decent ground game, not great. She is a submission threat, but I just think she's one-dimensional. If she doesn't sub you or finish you in the ground, I don't see where she has any high-level skills in any other area to actually win a fight, especially against the likes of Tabatha Ricci, who is a better grappler. She is a serious sub threat. This girl, when she gets on top of you, she knows how to ride you very heavy. She's got great control, great ground and pound, and I think grappling is going to be the difference. And I think Tabatha Ricci is the better grappler here, and I think that she will be able to slow Viana down and beat her in these exchanges. So I have Tabatha Ricci winning this fight, and I'm going to say she wins by unanimous decision. I'm going to say Tabatha Ricci wins this 30-27 by unanimous decision. Next up, the men's middleweight division, we've got Chidi Njokuani against Dusko Todorovic. I'm going to go with Njokuani, man. This guy he's got serious power. This guy knows how to grapple. He's got some dangerous elbows. This guy is just very, very, very um, explosive. Um, and he's looked great in his last two fights, man. He's just the I believe the more technical fighter. I think he's a stronger fighter of the two. Dusko to Todorovic, man. Suspect chin. I mean, don't get me wrong. He has power. But I've seen him slow down in fights, man, and basically just give up. So I just don't see how he's going to bode well against someone with the skill set of Chidi. And like I said, Chidi is very, very, very explosive, and what he does, what I like about him, he will slow the pace down, and then he'll just catch you, man, with something. And like I said, I believe Todorovic is going to fall behind, and he's going to try to get desperate and try to come forward, and I think he gets caught. So I think Njokuani will win this fight via knockout in the second round. All right. Next up in the men's welterweight division, we have Santiago Ponzinibbio against Michel Pereira. I'm going to go with Michel Pereira. Very explosive. This guy utilizes his kicks very well. He is a capoeira fighter. But the difference in Michel Pereira now, he has tightened his game up, man. He's more patient. He's more experienced. He's more dangerous. The guy has power. Better yet, he has 100% takedown defense. Santiago Ponzinibbio, this guy is an excellent striker. He loves to keep the fight at range. He loves to fight from the outside. He's very clean. He throws a lot of volume. If he wins, it will be by decision. But I just think Michel Pereira just has too many tools in the toolbox, and I think he'll be able to utilize them all, especially with his kicks. And he's very dangerous. So I'm going to give the edge to Michel Pereira to pull out a decision win, 29-28. All right, people, here we are with the main event of the evening in the women's bantamweight division. We have ex-bantamweight champion Holm against Ketlen Vieira. I am going to have to go with Holm, man, because of her experience. I know she's been on a layoff, but I expect that she will be in the best shape like she always is. This girl is a machine. She's going to put a pace on. Despite her being 40 years old, I expect her to definitely be the better striker in this match. So Ketlen Vieira, she does have the grappling advantage. She does have power. Great ground control, judo, but I don't see her outstriking Holmes, and I believe that Holmes will do enough to keep this fight on the feet. And I think the only way that Vieira wins is she's going to have to take Holmes down and control her on the ground, and I haven't seen too many people do that, and I don't think that's going to happen. So I'm going to give the edge to Holmes to pull it out, and I think she wins 3 out of 5 rounds. So I'm going to go with unanimous decision by Holmes, 3 rounds to 2 for the win. Thanks everybody for tuning in to the War Zone. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Please hit the bell icon for notifications. Please check out my MMA Fantasy League. You will see the link at the top of the description below. Just under the matchups. So, with that being said, peace and blessings to all. And with that, I'm out.